Hey, what it do, YouTube? Welcome back to Q's Challengers Corner here, where we talk everything NA Challengers, week's predictions, results, and you already know it's going down on a Q's Day. Getting ready for week number Q. All right, now that we're done with the cringy intro take, let's go ahead and do a quick wrap up as far as week number 1 results, right? I think as far as last week, we didn't see much that I think would be surprising many people. I think maybe a few people might have been caught off guard a little bit with G2's 2-1 win over FaZe Clan after a little bit of a slow start. But we have to remember that FaZe Clan's roster wasn't fully revealed to us until just a couple days ago, like week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Don't expect to really see them in full swing until like the second half of the season, all right? Now, the Guard swept Disguise in pretty convincing fashion, even though they weren't going to be the team that walked out of the week with the biggest round margin. I think that there were flashes of greatness, flashes of promise that we would see from Disguise. However, I do think when it comes to these tough losses like this, there's a lot more to be able to take away from that. And I guess when you have somebody like Disguise Toast in the background helping with that, that should probably help twice fold, right? Now, TSM, they were also super slow out of the gates, but ended up winning 2-1 despite a 13-2 bludgeoning on Icebox by the Mad Lions to start things off. Now, it's actually kind of weird because that actually caused TSM to be the only team actually to have a negative round differential and still win. Speaking of round differentials, actually, Breakthrough scraped by in a 4-round differential sweep. Yeah, that's right, that close against Oxygen Esports. And while Shopify Rebellion was able to win their set in quite different fashion, holding Turtle Troop to just 10 rounds and their sweep. And I think the biggest surprise for me as far as week number 1 is the fact that M80, I think a lot of people's pick for second in the league in their preseason rankings behind the Guard, dropped a map to OR Esports, the last team actually to qualify for Challengers. But I do think that speaks for the strength of the league, despite half the games being sweeps, right? And as we'll learn as the season progresses, I think it also shows the strength from this OR Esports roster. But I do gotta be honest, I'm debating if it's even worth doing like a power ranking for these Challenger circuits over here on the channel. If I do, what do you guys think? Should I do like a top 4, top 5, do all the way down through all the teams in the NA Challenger circuit? And if I do it, should it be part of this little NA Challengers Corner video like this, or should it be its own video? You guys let me know down the comments below, all right? But before we get to our predictions for this week, question for y'all. Does your sleep suck? Because GamerAdvantage is the leader in impactful eyewear technology that has been proven to help you sleep better, focus more, all without distorting color or comfort. It's going to be relieving headaches and eye strain, all while fitting comfortably under a headset. So stay in the game longer with GamerAdvantage. Link will be down in that description below. And when you check out, don't forget code YoBoyCue hooks you up with that 10% discount. All right. Now, I didn't get to do any watch parties last week with ALGS playoffs going on, since we do cover a little bit of variety of esports over here on the channel, but we will definitely be having some going on this week. Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday. I'm not 100% sure as far as on that one, since we are going to be doing some casting for some RLCS Winter Cup action, but we'll for sure still be watching in on those games, even if we don't have watch parties. So if you are looking for a cool place to come vibe with for a watch party, feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on so we can catch you right back here for those, especially because I think this week can really already start to give us an indication as far as how this season is going to shape out. Because on Wednesday the 8th, I do expect us to have the shortest day of the 3, because I do think Shopify Rebellion sweeps Oxygen. And even though OR Esports was able to steal a map from M80, I think that's actually going to cause the Guard to make sure they don't fall into that same trap. They're going to make sure they come in on their P's and Q's. I expect the Guard to come out with a sweep. And for OR Esports, that's going to be them starting off 0-2. But even with that, don't be surprised if they turn things around and win their last 3 matchups. I'll be interested to see if Icebox gets vetoed right away after the 13-1 loss to M80 for OR Esports as well, but we'll be definitely keeping an eye on that. Now, as far as for Thursday, the 9th, things get interesting because we have 2 invited teams facing off against one another and 2 qualifying teams facing off against one another as well. And to start things off, someone who's going to be walking away with their first dub this season is going to be in the matchup between Disguised and Mad Lions. And neither of these teams really gave us enough last week to truly be able to be excited about just quite yet, I don't think. But it's the whoopings that can really teach teams, at least at this level, I think, the most. And as far as for Disguise, with having Disguise coach helping on the back end, like I said earlier, don't be surprised to see Disguise walk away on top. Now, as far as for M80 versus TSM, I do think both teams showed us some weaknesses that can be exploited by the opposition last week. But the question really becomes who has been able to sit down this week, not only smooth those rough edges out in their own gameplay, but put together a game plan to walk away victorious. So, but don't be surprised if both of these games end up going the distance, going those full 3 maps on the 9th. But this game, I think, as far as the one we're talking about between TSM and M80, I think this is going to really let us know just how close TSM is to what I think a lot of people are considering the top talent in Challenger Circuit. Now, Friday's games, like I had mentioned earlier, I'm not 100% sure if we're going to be doing any watch parties over here on the channel, but if we do, I anticipate that we're going to be hanging out together watching some upsets, all right? Don't be surprised if Turtle Troop and Breakthrough both walk away with their W's this week. And as I had mentioned before, since FaZe really only just recently showed us their full roster, I don't think they've had time to practice, get the scrims in. I think we're going to see them catch heat a little bit in split number 2. And Breakthrough just may be the best looking team to qualify for Challenger Circuit. So I think that's why those two teams are going to be walking away with the dubs there. But let me know what you guys think. Who are going to be the 6 teams walking away from week number 2? No, I'm not going to do it to you anymore. With the dub, right? Let me know down in those comments below. And after that, make sure you do me a favor and hit that like button, as this is a new YouTube channel. And those two things help me out the most when it comes to getting more of that good old YouTube algorithm and hoping to get in front of more people. All right. But until we catch y'all back over here for those week 2 watch parties, or just for the next video, man, don't forget, with everything crazy going on in the world today, be true, be you, be sincere, game hard and love hard. All right, y'all. It's your boy Q, signing out.
If you ain't show something,